Warrabin is a small Indigenous community. It's easy to get a job here if you've had education, but if you haven't had education, it's hard to get a job. And it's also hard to get a job if you have a criminal history. And we have a high rate of incarceration in this community.
I was 19 when I started. A lot of people when you first start off don't really want to know you because you just started, and how do you know you're not going to be able to pay the loan or do whatever you got to do?
After speaking with a few old people around town, they're a bit distraught about losing their vehicles because they've been putting in garages and unauthorised work had been carried out. They end up losing their own vehicles which they needed for transport in and out of town. They asked if I could do something about it, and the only thing I could think of was start my own workshop and provide them a good service at the right rate.
I've been making travel accessories and designing for coming up to 12 years. It just wasn't giving me enough income to have the lifestyle that I needed, let alone pay the rent. So I knew that if I was going to go forward, I needed to have a shop front, work in the shop and be the face of Ellie Jane.
I started my own business because I didn't want to be poor anymore. Being a single parent and raising 2 children, living from week to week, stressing out, trying to pay bills that you just can't pay.
When I actually got started, I had no money to actually start the business, so he told me about a program that they had.
The first loan, we did the first refurbishment of the front of the shop, and the one we just got now has helped us with redoing the back of our shop up a bit, so it's helping us to expand and grow.
When we announced the official opening date, people started knocking on the door 2 days before, and it's only increased ever since.
The shop turns 4 in January. Many Rivers has had my back for the whole 4 years. I could ring Dylan, who works for Many Rivers, at any time. He was great. When I was having a little meltdown, being so stressed out, he was the one that I would call and he'd have to calm me down.
And it's always no hassle with Many Rivers. They always make sure that we're looked after. We're not just treated like someone else in the back of the queue. The partnership has continued all the way through. It's made me more confident. I don't get as frustrated as I did before in business.
Although that I haven't had financial help from them, I think it pays more to have the mentor there to get advice from, to say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, what do you think?
The driving force behind this business is to see my people be more than what they already are.
Having that local talent working with you here in town, it shows you other businesses that employing Aboriginal people can be a good thing.
Many Rivers, they really believe in that you can do it, and they encourage you all 100% of the way. And I think encouragement and belief is better than anything that you can give someone.
Everyone's dream is to be in control of their destiny. It drives you harder to become more successful. You actually become an ambassador of the town. People look at you as a role model. It makes you grow real fast.
You know, without that initial help and all the funding and what they've done, we just would not be in business today. There would be 8 people that don't have jobs.
I know I can contact them anytime and they'll be there for me.
Many Rivers have been an integral part of my business to get me where I am today. They're giving people opportunities.
They can provide our community with hope, an opportunity to give them a chance at making their business or their belief that they want for themselves to grow.